Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel, and some action on this one, some mulching. It's getting a little bit late in the day, but I'm gonna get another couple hours, hour and a half maybe, mulching here today. I cheated a little bit. I did use it, and the reason why I used it was because I needed fuel and I needed to get the trailer in off the road, and my GoPro battery was ready to die and needed to be charged anyway. So I am gonna strap you on my shoulder, hopefully find a good angle, but let's check it out. So as you see in the last video, I got the 75 mounted onto my 95, and I've used this for a little bit now, just on this road, and it does an absolutely fantastic job. The truck's welcome back into its life, its situation. It's dirty. It was a heck of a time getting that trailer in here. That extra 5 feet compared to my short track does make it harder to get in, and it's a pretty tight spot here with the gate, and the road's not that wide, but I had to use some of the ditch, so the truck got dirty. I'll clean up around the fence here, but you can see some of the size stuff that I've been into. You know, pretty good size stuff, and it is just demolishing it, just grinding it up. Here's a good sized birch over here. You can see, there's my foot. It does a really good job. It spools up super quick. It rebounds super quick. It takes a lot to bog it out. Yeah, so the toggle switch, obviously I want to change that around, but what I did was I just wrapped all I had in the truck was tuck tape. So I just wrapped some tuck tape around the trigger for now. So it's always on. The second that I pull my safety arm up, it's always on. So it does slow down the tracking, but the boom, lifting and swinging is awesome. In my Kubota, when I lift my boom, it gets pretty lazy lifting. But with this, it's super fast, super quick. No issues with that at all. So anyway, I am gonna jump inside this thing, get the heat cranking, because I'm gonna have to take my jacket off. I'll get the heat cranking in here, the door up, get the shoulder mount on, and let's see what this thing can do. So I don't think I'm gonna do this first line here to the left, just because the way the sun is, it might not be good for footage. But we've got all 3 lines need to be done. There's not a lot going through the center, but there's a lot on the sides. Yeah, that might not be good for footage. Let's see what it looks like back here. Clean up around the compound as well, obviously. We've got a little bit to come back on each side back here. Some of those birch trees. Yeah, this might be the better side to do, camera-wise. All right, guys, here we go. So I just realized that if you start the machine up with the tape on, and you've already got the throttle wide open, it limits it, because it was not working very good. And I was like, whoa, wait a second, this worked so much better before I went and got fuel. As you can see, it's working good. And the boom is super quick, and lifting is not lazy at all. Check this out. All the way up, if you guys can see that. Through the window. All the way up, no problems whatsoever. And this machine being, you know, heavier than my 080, it's so stable. Now, we did some modifications to the Mulcher on my 080 on the 125 to make it, to beef it up some. make it a bit more durable, like the top plate, and we took out like the snap ring style, snap pin style, or whatever on the inside of the drum, and got like a set screw installed. So I might need to look at doing that with this one, because we've got this cranked up to like 3,400, and if it starts breaking stuff, then we'll have to gear this one up too. But the plate, I don't think we'll have to touch the top plate where the mounting plate connects to, just because this mulcher is that much shorter than what the one on my 80 is, and just that span, that extra distance, I think is what sort of made it get weak. But it's so nice now to have, you know, two good sized mulchers that can handle some pretty big stuff. The stuff I'm doing right now, my 4 ton could handle, but I've got a bunch of jobs coming up that my 4 ton would just not even touch. So that was the whole point of getting this geared up, is so that I have 2 machines, regardless of what job it is. I've got 2 machines that can do the work. You know, when you're in, like, when I bought my Kubota, the mulcher for the Kubota, the 125, I just went for the biggest one that it could possibly accept, which was the 125. If I could do over, I'd put the 100 on that, and I'd put the 100 on this one as well. Because the extra width, it's fine if you're in like really small stuff, but if you're in any size stuff at all, that extra width, all it does is just slows the head down. It's more mass for the flow to spin. It's more stuff that's getting caught up as you're mulching. The 100 is the perfect size, I think, for these size excavators. For, you know, a 7, 8, 9, 10 ton excavator, I think the 100 is the perfect size. I mean, this 75, obviously, as you can see, is working great, but this machine would handle the 100 with no problems whatsoever. It has no loss in lifting and swinging. That's one thing with my Kubota, like I said. Once you get that head on there, and you're cranking the flow through the head, you start reaching out and stuff, you lose a lot of its strength going to the boom and all that. So we will get this geared up with continuous without having to use the tape, obviously. And once he gets the update, once we get the update from Title Tractor for the monitor. But this is good. This is good. These teeth are in pretty good shape, but they're not brand new. So it would do even better with a brand new set of teeth. But they are in pretty good shape. And like I said, we do have it cranked up to like 3,400 PSI versus when we got this mulcher from my 4 ton. I think they had it set to like 25. Now, once I take the mulcher off and put the bucket back on, I'll have to see how strong that is with my thumb, because if it's too strong and it's damaging things, then I'll need to dial it down a little bit. But it rebounds so quick, it doesn't clog up. You can see some of that birch that I did out there, and man, it takes a lot to slow it down, but it just rebounds so quick. And the booming, the swinging and the booming doesn't really seem to affect the flow to the head. So the machine is great already, but the guys there, Zach, he got it dialed in. He got it dialed in pretty good. But I definitely learned something there with turning the machine off, and it already, the second it kicks on, having the flow going non-stop. I didn't know that that would sort of affect it, but it did. It definitely did. It wasn't sending the full amount, that's for sure. It wasn't. I was kind of worried for a second that something happened. Okay, well, I'll get this stuff on the way out. Let's get some of this stuff now. So tracking is obviously lazier because the flow is going to the head, but it's got enough to track along and do my thing. But there are times when you're climbing grades and you're in mud and all that, that the continuous setting is the way to go versus the tape, because you can just quickly press the toggle and take it off and track to where you got to go and then put it back on later. All right, let's wait until we get into a decent sized stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a day. It's around 4:30. We got an hour and a half drive to get home, so that's it for today. But man, I'm happy with how that thing is working, that's for sure. Just can't wait to get that continuous toggle geared up. But this line is done. Looking good. It does well. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and clean this stuff up, but I gotta get out of here. I gotta get heading home. But first day with the Mulcher on the 95. Very impressed, very impressed. So man, it kills me every time that I look at the back of that machine and see that huge smash in the back of it and all the scrapes in it. So I've got the new part coming. It comes painted. I don't think it comes with the Sany sticker. So I'm going to get one of my company stickers, I think, and just put on the back. And I'm going to tape this off, like up here somewhere. Tape this off and tape it off around here. And I'm gonna paint the whole back of this thing because I can't stand the way this looks. And I don't want it to rust. You know, you can see some paint here peeling off. I don't want it, I want it to look good. It's on the back of this brand new trailer and this brand new truck. It's a brand new machine. I cannot stand it looking like this. But anyway, tomorrow we'll be able to finish this one off, I think. I'm pretty sure we're doing the power line. I'm waiting on confirmation on that. But we got the power line and the other two anchors. Fix up the road some around the compound and get out of here. One other thing that I love about this machine is a lot of these anchors are really muddy and crappy. These tracks are so much easier to clean than my Kubota. It takes like 1/10 the time to clean these tracks off compared to my 080. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna bring my drone tomorrow. I hope so, and I'll get some drone footage of this thing working. But anyway, jump in this bad beast, lock the gate up, head on out of here for today. All right, well, first things first, get this thing fired up.
I love country. Gets me pumped. Get you going.
Okay, so this was the first job for the Mulcher on the 95. And I ran it for the first few hours, and then I had to leave and I wasn't able to come back because my young fella wasn't feeling very good. So I had to take the next day off and take care of him. So I wasn't able to come back and finish the job, and I would have loved to, but John did, and he said, don't ever put that Mulcher back on the 40 again. It works awesome. It works really good. Absolutely fantastic job here. Yeah, that thing worked mint. It worked so good. I asked John, I said, do you think it works better than the 080? And he said, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. It spools up so quick. It takes so long, like it's hard to bog it down. It does well. It does really well. So yeah, definitely a good decision to get the Mulcher geared up on the 95. Now I'll definitely make more videos with that machine and the Mulcher, but for now that's the best I can do. But anyway, I got a job ahead of me now. I got to get these tracks cleaned off before I do absolutely anything. So let's get that cleaned off, get backed up to the trailer, and then get on out of here, I guess. Okay, hooked up, chained down, and ready to go. So happy to have this trailer back. The hydraulic jacks, the hydraulic dove, oh man, it's so much better than hand cranking it, so much quicker. Everything about it is awesome. We got 80 pounds in the airbags. I actually might take a little bit out because she's pretty full looking. But yeah, that went really smooth. Now I got about an hour and a half drive home, sitting where I like it, right over top the axles. Got a little more tongue weight with the Mulcher and stuff going forward. So this is where it sits perfectly. The truck handles it so well right here. But that's it. Little gates locked up. Just another one done. We got a little more hand work to do on the line there, but that's about it. But yeah, all right, time to head out of here, get ready. All right guys, that's gonna do it for this one. So the Mulcher, awesome. I will be getting some more footage of this thing in work, but for now that's gonna do it. Stay tuned. If you're looking at putting a Mulcher on your 95, works great, works great. Anyway, that's it. Take care, stay safe, see ya, bye.